Hello, everybody. And since everything is still on craziness, I have decided that we will push off us starting our Wyatt Walker unit like I had hoped. And instead, we're going to do a short unit in which we're going to explore the rest of the writing purposes. If you remember back last semester, we did the personal narrative, which is the explore, the express and reflect essay. And then we also did the research project, which is the inquire and explore essay. Part of the reason why we're doing this is this thing called rhetorical context, which if you take college writing your senior year or in college, you'll get a little bit more in depth with this. But long story short, whenever you're writing, no matter what you're writing, there are three things you got to take into consideration: the topic, the purpose, and the audience. Each of these things will influence how you go about writing. The audience, you need to edit things and make your argument towards that particular audience, either to convince them to get on your side or to rally the troops per se. Then for topic, like you're not going to talk about like plants the same way you're going to talk about race cars. Like there's different ways that you would talk about those things. So the topic would change how you present the information. Finally, the purpose, which is what we're going to be focusing on this week. And that's just, what are you trying to achieve? Are you trying to express and reflect something that happened to you? Are you trying to inform and explain something? Are you trying to evaluate and judge something? Are you trying to find out the answer to a question and exploring that answer? Are you trying to analyze, interpret something? Are you trying to take a stand? Are you trying to solve something? All those different ways would change how you go about writing something. So what we're going to do this week is, let me share my screen. We are going to do some short writing assignments, about 200 words, in which the first one is we're going to be doing is analyzing and interpreting. So we're going to analyze and interpret a phenomena that is difficult to understand and explain. And then we are going to evaluate and judge. And then we're going to inform and explain. And then we're going to take a stand. We're not going to propose a solution, but we're going to take a stand. But we're going to do each one of these prompts. There are about 200. If you get to 200 words, you get all the points of the prompts. Now, if you remember back whenever we did our last writing lesson with the personal narrative, I gave you three different prompts that you worked with. You picked which one you thought was your best prompt, and you wrote a 500-word essay that you flush that piece out to 500 words for a 100-point assignment. That's what we're doing with this one. Is I'm going to give you 4 different prompts that if you get to 200 words, you get all the points. And then you're going to pick your favorite out of those 4 and turn it into a 500-word essay that'll grade for 100 points. So the first one, the reason why you even clicked on this particular video, the first one we're going to be looking at is, let me find it. Here we go. It's going to be the aphorisms assignment. So this is, once again, you're going to be analyzing, interpreting. So you're going to tell me your interpretation of one of these quotes below. So what an aphorism is a pithy, so a short observation that contains a general truth, which is like one of the aphorisms from below, and that you find the most meaningful, and then write at least 200 words reflecting over it. So if you get to 200 words, you get all the points. Just tell me what you think about this quote. Why'd you pick this quote? Why did this quote stand out to you? Another thing you can do to help kind of give you more to write about while writing, consider people in today's world who would benefit by paying attention to a chosen aphorism and explain why they would benefit. So your options are absolute power corrupts absolutely. Lost time is never found again. Nothing great was ever achieved without enthusiasm. Believe nothing you hear and only half of what you see. I have never let my schooling interfere with my education. What doesn't destroy us makes us stronger. The destiny of each truth is first to be ridiculed and then accepted. It is better to be hated for what one is than loved for what one is not. It is better to love and lost and never loved at all. If you think education is expensive, try ignorance. It's a miracle that curiosity survives formal education. No one ever gossips about the virtues of others. The worst enemy of creativity is self-doubt. The longer you look back, the farther you look forward. And the great thing in the world is not so much where we stand as what direction we are moving. So pick one of these that stick out to you and tell me what you think about it. So why'd you pick this particular quote? What stood out to you? Why do you like this particular quote? and then who in today's world would benefit from paying attention to this quote, and explain why they would benefit. Get to at least 200 words and get all the points. Remember, if you really like this one, you could choose it to be your 500 word one that you flesh out to 500 words. Of course, polish it up and make it look nice and pretty and all that. But that is the assignment for today. If you have any questions, please email me, pdavidson@portagehill.k12.mo.us, and I'll be back tomorrow with the next assignment. Toodles. Bye-bye.